there. I just read the entire sign. You can see that we got here by my mountain bike, right? Very good one. Yeah, not so expensive. It's the number 5, the track Marlin 5. You know, it is good enough for normal use. You know, yes, for normal mountain biking. If you don't want to do high jumps and stuff like that, because if you do want to have high jumps and stuff like that, you know, you can better go for a different Marlin. You know, with some feathers, you know, with some springs. Well, I'll show you the stones, right? Usually it is very hard to make a picture of this because it is very long. See that, how big it is? Yes, so it goes on, but you will see that, you know. Yes, it's quite. And you see that there are 2 small dolmens on the inside. Wait, let me show you those as well, because we're here to show you these things. I was looking at the stones on the side, see? Yeah, but we're gonna do a full walk around, and then you will see that it is quite a big walk. But I like the cornerstones as well, you know. See here they also have them still filled up completely on the inside. See that? With the smaller cobblestones. Maybe if I walk a little bit further away from it, you see it better, like this. Because they also have portal stones. See? On the other side there's a double. Here you have another small dolmen on the inside of the bigger structure. Yeah, yes. They call this a long grave, but basically you could also compare it to a ship grave if you look at the shape, you know. Yeah, you know what I mean, a longboat. Yeah, but yeah. And where I live, you know, because there are many dolmens here, we will go to another few, right? Yes, I'm just doing that on one bicycle trip. This one is like 10 minutes from my home, you know. Yeah, the other one, yeah, well, maybe this is 15 minutes because the other one was about 10 minutes, but they are very close, you know. Yes. And where I live, the region is called Old Saxony, in the sense of historical times. Right now, it is just the province of Drenthe, the municipality of Emmen. You know, so yes, it's yeah, it used to have much more tourism back in the 80s and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, I think that archaeology is not really hip anymore in the 21st century. Is that where we are? Yeah. You know, yeah. But of course, these are one of the most ancient cultures in entire Europe. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're talking about the Neolithic here. See here, you have one of those portal stones. You see that how this? See how that is aligned? Yes. Hey Barko, that's my dog. Yes. He likes going on trips like this with me, you know. Yes. And it is the weather and the time of year for it, you know what I mean? I don't especially these ones that we are visiting today. I don't visit so often because they are a little bit off the usual route that I do. But it's the time of year, you know what I mean? Kind of like spring is springing. I always call this the pre-spring, you know? So the spring before spring. Because it could, for example, start snowing. Here you have another portal, see that? You see that also signified by the smaller portal stones. And by the way, in the sense of that they buried people in there, well, it is not really proven that that is the main use, because very many things have not found people in it, you know. It's kind of like the story of the pyramids, you know, just because some famous people of the past that nobody knows anymore, because of course people weren't writing 5,000 years ago, you know, like who's in there and stuff like that, you know. No, but yeah, you can clearly see, you know, that it has a ceremonial base as well, because if you look at the alignments as well, you know, yeah, that's why interesting as well, you know. They mark the solstices, you know, and the equinoxes, and also some have like with the moon, you know. So there's let's just say there's archaeoastronomy going on in it, right? So there are some websites that did more research on it, you know. I did it for myself sometimes as well. I haven't checked with this one. I could do that right now to make some posts with some pictures with because I have a thing, an app that shows you exactly where the sun sets and goes, you know. So you have the east and west thing then, but then also exactly like on the date where the sun would rise and stuff like that. And you can overlay that on the picture with that app, you know. So I don't know if I still have that app. I will see if I have it, and if I have that picture still, I maybe can edit it when I post this video. Right? Yes. We can walk 2 cycles around it. It is nice, right? Yes. This particular dolmen also has been activated. You know, we have some active covens in this area. You know, a coven is basically a group of witches. You know, that acted, but that is already like 20 years ago or something like that. It's quite long ago, more than 20 years, because 20 years was still 2003, right? So it was in the 90s, I believe, 1995 or something. Yeah. Yes. But yeah, that I don't know if they are still active, because they don't step out in the open often, of course, right? But I think just because it was a bigger ritual, that probably it got some attention from people, and they had to tell what they were doing, you know. Yeah, usually those things are not done publicly, you know. See, here there is also, see that? Here's a big stone as well. I just walked to the edge of it, so you also see a little bit the landscape as well, and I can tell you where the other dolmens are as well situated, you know, because I've also been looking up on patterns, you know, because I think, you know, that different dolmens are made by different groups, you know, maybe even in total different times, right? So yeah, but there's a small dolmen over there where we're going in a bit, in that direction. So the sun is now there, you know, you can see, well, that's kind of south. South is basically there. It is already a little bit later in the afternoon, so yeah, there would be south, there would be east, right? So you can already see that this is because the point there is facing to the east, you know. So it's basically east-west orientated, kind of. There is a dolmen. The dolmen that I first visited was over there, you know. So that is more towards the east, right? Yes. And there is a smaller dolmen that we will visit in a bit. And then when you go on in a line to there is a dolmen. There are also dolmens, 3, I think, yes. One big one with 2 small ones, you know. And then over there is also a dolmen, but we're not gonna visit that one, because then I have to circumvent, because I have the dog with me as well, you know. It's yeah, you know, because we also have to go back, you know. And then in my street, well, across the street from me, you know, there are another 2, you know, but I typically don't, yeah, I'm not gonna do those today as well, because once again, then I have to first cross the entire street, and, you know, yeah, because I just want to do these ones now, because the other ones are really literally between the houses. I will do that in a different time as well, you know, just like the one over there in the bushes over there, you know, there you see that behind the, yeah, this is called the S, you know, which is, yeah, which is basically a heightened piece of land, you know. You see the glowing in it, you know. Basically everything is flat here, but this is yeah, I don't know if they call it ash in I don't know what the word for ash is in English, you know. But this basically is a very ancient piece of land, you know, farming land, you know, that has a lot of fertile ground, you know. So yeah, and of course, you know, like the funnel beaker culture, right? The builders of these dolmens, you know, are the first Neolithic cultures. You know, they basically came from Anatolia. You know, if you read, for example, in the Prose Edda, right? If you read the prologue of the Prose Edda, right? The Edda is basically written by Snorri Sturluson, right? Which was the biggest skald, you know, the most important skald, and also cultural leader, you know, in Iceland. You know what I mean? So he was a very reputable man in the sense. He was an asshole. You will read that as well in the Eddas, in the prose Edda, at least when you start reading that, you know. But there you read also that they relate Odin as an old king of Troy, right? So that yeah, and Troy, the ancient idea of Troy, of course, is what we now would call Anatolia, and it also comes with the same grain, you know, because of course in these monuments, right? Oh, I have to do another one.